Bad things happen to good people. Harold Kushner told us that in his book of the same title, and it's true. Bad things do happen to good people. They've happened to me, they'll happen to you, they have and they will. And here's the thing about bad things happening to good people. You really can't predict when they're going to happen. How do you predict a car accident? How do you predict the fire, the heart attack, whatever? But you can prepare for them. I'm Joe Tye, CEO of Values Coach, and your coach for this course on the 12 Core Action Value. And today we're talking about the first cornerstone of perseverance, Core Action Value number 5, which is preparation. You cannot predict bad things happening usually, but you can prepare for them. And how do you prepare for something you can't predict? Well, you prepare generically, very much like the fire department. You know, the fire department, they don't know where the next fire is going to be. Is it going to be an office building, a home, a trailer park? Who knows? But they have to prepare anyway. And how do they prepare? They prepare generically for specific events, and you have to do the same thing. Now, in the last module, I said that every great accomplishment was once the impossible, quote-unquote, dream of a dreamer who refused to quit when the going got tough. And that's true. Here's something else that builds on that. The bigger the challenge, the bigger the dream, the greater the obstacles you're likely to face. And you have to prepare yourself ahead of time. And how do you prepare yourself ahead of time? First of all, you have to work on your habits. You have to work on your discipline. Here's the paradox of motivation. It is easy to be motivated when everything's going great. When the sun is shining, you're about to go on vacation, you've gotten a big promotion or a pay raise, it's easy to be motivated. It is also substantially irrelevant because things are already going great. It's when it's raining and sleeting and you've been laid off from your job and everything seems to be falling apart. That's when it's most difficult for you to be motivated. That is also when a little bit of motivation has the greatest leverage. And the problem is, if you have waited until then to start working on being motivated, on being disciplined, on getting in shape, it may be too late. Long-term Spark Plug readers, that's our email newsletter, you know that I have encouraged everybody to read the book, The War of Art by Steve Pressfield. And in that book, he says the greatest way to overcome inner resistance is to turn pro. And by turn pro, he means show up every day, no matter what, and go to work. Now, here are a couple of ways you can prepare yourself generically for specific events that are coming up in your life. And one is prepare yourself physically. There's an old samurai paradox that says, when the body is strong, it will bend to your commands. When your body is weak, you must give in to its demands. So if you get yourself in shape, exercise 3, 4, 5 times a week. And you know, it doesn't have to be a whole lot. When you get to O'Hare Airport, run up the stairs instead of taking the escalator. You're going to be much better prepared for adversity when it comes along. Prepare yourself intellectually. You know, in today's world, there are an awful lot of people who are struggling financially. This is a great time to pick up a book like Dave Ramsey's book, The Total Money Makeover, and do what it tells you to do. I was at a workshop a month ago, and I was talking about something completely different than managing your money, which, by the way, has a lot to do with how you show your values in the world. Somebody raised their hand and she said, Joe, you were here a year ago and you told us to get that book, The Total Money Makeover. I did. My husband and I did it, and we're almost out of debt. And the person sitting next to her, this was in an organization, said, me too. And I got an email later that week from somebody else. That is preparing yourself intellectually for the likelihood, probably inevitability, that at some point you're going to run into financial trouble. Prepare yourself emotionally. Daniel Goleman, who wrote the book Emotional Intelligence, talks about what he calls an emotional hijacking. And that is where you lose your job or something else bad happens and you get swamped with all of these negative emotions. Fear, anger, hatred, this whole bevy of negative emotions can overwhelm you. And if you're not prepared, if you don't say, oh, I know what's happening now, I see what you're doing, then you could end up doing and saying things you later regret. And the time to prepare is ahead of time. And prepare yourself spiritually. Bad things do happen to good people. You know, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross wrote the famous book on death and dying. And she talked about the process that people go through. And it's not just when people who are dying, it's every adversity. You can go through denial and anger, bargaining, magical thinking, and finally ending up with acceptance. And the sooner you can reach that level and say, yep, something bad did happen to me, I'm going to deal with it. Let me wrap up with advice I know you've heard, but it's great advice. Prepare for the worst and expect the best. Next time we'll talk about perspective. Until then, don't quit.